It's a little scene from Paris here, and I've got myself a water-soluble pen, okay, and I'm going to really just go straight into it. I'm not going to muck around at all. Let's have a look. This structure here in the center, interesting. I'm going to go right into it like that. Okay, we'll turn it into the basic shape first. This is just a rectangle. It's just a box on its side. Okay, that's all I'm trying to indicate, something like this. Okay, coming down to the ground here, and kind of got a section there which cuts across like that. Then we've got this arch here, comes all the way down, like this, but there are sections in between like this. There's even another opening in there like that, and you've got light sort of cutting across just like that on the inside. It's quite stark sort of contrast in there, just like that, cutting into it and then going across like that. There we go. Dark in here as well, very dark actually, like that. Just a really quick indication. Okay, lots of stuff in there. Pen's a bit loose, that's okay. There we go, just the top part here now. Just trying to get in the little area of this, I don't know what it is, the rooftop I suppose, and then there's another section right on top there. And again, I'm not aiming for 100% accuracy, just an impression of what is going on in here. Okay, so another line underneath the roof like that, and like that as well here. There's some bits and pieces on top as well. I'm just going to quickly sketch in, but not bother too much. This bit here is, I just thought it needs to be brought up a bit more. It's actually higher than that. There we go. Then the side of this little arch. There's bits and pieces on this arch. Lots of stuff going on here. And I've forgotten this one. There's an arch here, little doorway arch. Like that, there, coming down like this, and it's going to be kind of dark on the side like that. There's all kinds of insignia and things here which I won't be bothering too much with. I just want to get in that impression like I mentioned before. There we've got these sort of square bits, these little square bits there. There we go, there's another one. That sort of forms part of this whole structure, like that. And then more kind of lines running over the top. So, you know, hey, we can keep on going. We really can keep on going, but I'm not going to do that. So, I like these cars. Let's get in a car here. Let's just put in this one like that. We can get a wheel like here, and a wheel here. Maybe a little bit more forward like that. There, and there we have it, a car, a very simple one, but it's a car. We can put in windows as well, something like this, windscreen, there, another car kind of overlapping, like that, front of it popping out there, a wheel here, something like that, and we got another car, and you know, we've also got people. You can barely see them, but there are little people behind there kind of walking around doing their thing, and I think just by putting in a few of these little people, we can get in some character and movement off in the back. Okay, and people just sort of standing around and doing what have you. Let's bring this arch a bit further down like that. There are buildings and things here in the background as well, which I can just look. I'm just going to imply what's going on. Yeah, they're actually little apartment blocks or something. I don't know exactly what these buildings are, but they don't look awfully inviting. There's another building here that looks quite nice actually. I'll put this one in. And there's a big sort of a truck here blocking the way. I'm going to pretend that that truck isn't there. And I'll instead put in some kind of car running over this section there. There we go, just a car coming through this section. A couple of shapes for the windows and things like that. Okay. Notice I also tend not to lift my pen all that much from the paper at times. I lift off at key sort of moments where I want to add in another shape in front or what have you. But sometimes I just go through and scribble through like there and just join them up a little bit. It's kind of the same trick that I use with watercolors when I'm drawing, when I'm just trying to join shapes up with each other. You know, here's another figure there, a couple of other figures there. That one's kind of in the darkness, and I'll bring this arch further down into the ground like that. You can't see 100% what's going on, but a bit of that's going to be fun. Okay, look at that. I'll just get in a little more of this this section like that, a bit more detail, a little bit of detail. Fantastic. And now time for these bigger sort of cars here. I'm going to get in a car here. This one that's sort of facing this direction, like that. There we go. That's the kind of front of it. And then we got a wheel here. Okay. And then we joins up here underneath. It almost looks a bit like a sports car. There we go. But then at the same time, we've got this bigger car. I just want to get the windscreen on. Now this one's actually a sports car. Put that in, that windscreen in like that. There we go. This one's, you're going to be able to see the hood a lot better. A couple of the headlights like this. And there we go. There's another car that we've just really managed to sketch in with the bit of detail. Okay. This window here on the side there, just join that up as well. There's a rooftop, quick little rooftop like that. It's a convertible there, and then we've got another wheel here on the back like this. Okay, and join that up at the bottom. Notice how I've just continued to draw without lifting the pen all that much. Okay, I might actually just colour this one in a bit here, hatch a little bit like that. And you know, we've got another car here in the background just coming around this this little roundabout like that. There we go, you can barely see it, but that is certainly a car behind like that. Okay. You know, you've got other bits and pieces, you know, for example, there is a van of some sort here, which I'll just simplify down. It just looks like a square. And then you've got a section here that runs down like that. And then a couple of wheels, like this. And there you have it, a little van in the background. So I might actually put in another car over here. Why not? Let's put in a sort of a smaller car like this, a windscreen there, and oops, this one looks a bit too abstract. There we go. It doesn't look 100% like a car, but it's certainly something. It's certainly some kind of a car, an odd looking car here in the front. Another thing we can do, we can start putting maybe a larger figure walking into the scene like this, more from behind. We can get in some more figures. Maybe there's a figure, maybe there's a person walking through here, as mad as they might be, walking through here. Okay. Let's get some more of these little buildings here in the background as well. Something like this. I like these buildings. Really like them. Like that. Could be something here. Just make it up. Over like that. Here. Here we can get in another car. For example, like this. Something simple there. Okay, let's think what else can we do. Maybe another figure. Maybe another figure here as well. They're walking together across. Who knows what they're trying to do in here. You know, we could even put someone here. Like that. This figure's a bit too big. I'm just going to reduce them down a bit. Maybe get their legs to come in front of this car and look like they're closer. Like that. Here we can put someone here as well. Walking through this section. There's, you know, the same sort of spot there. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to have like a shadow come moving over from into the left hand side. I might also put in a taller building here. It's not really there in the first place, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Just to help maybe balance out the scene a little, so that we've got some larger and taller buildings in the background. You know, I just invented that building like that. Warm colours. So let's go with some yellow. Just like that. That's okay. A bit of Naples yellow as well. Okay. This is interesting. You can see the cars, the area which I've gone over, that paint. It's already started to blend. It's already started to lift off the page. In fact, all that work I've done. Let's see how we can play around with this a bit. So that's coming down this area of the water, like that. Just being careful. I don't want to get rid of all that ink of the pen. So it's interesting how it kind of runs as well. I like that. Maybe put some yellow here for these buildings. How about some burnt sienna as well? Let's add there's a little bit of yellow there for those buildings in the background. Here, there. For the sky, let's put in a little bit of blue. Okay, just a light wash of cerulean blue, like that. And a lot of water. It's really a lot of water, and I'm trying to cut around that pen as well. Some of it might blend into the sky, I don't know, we'll see. And that. Yeah, just trying to get in that wash really as quickly as I can and without much fuss. Okay, a little bit of bleeding like that. It's really quite a challenge actually to do this, to make sure that the pen doesn't blend completely, especially on this paper. It tends to stick on top. The wash of that water sort of lies straight on top, and the ink as well. So on some other papers you find that it does leave a bit of that ink behind, but not with this stuff actually. Yeah, look at that, just a really quick brush stroke like that, and I've already gotten rid of it. There's not really much left here actually. We'll see how we go, because I can actually still see a bit of that colour left behind, a bit of the ink actually left behind underneath. So I don't know, it might end up looking okay. But at the moment, as it stands, it does look very, very abstract. Let's get in some colours for the cars. A bit of blue here. Yeah, a bit of cerulean and a bit of some other colour here. This could be, let's put in some red or something here. Oops, lift that off. It's too much. Bit of yellow for this one. There. And there. Maybe a bit of yellow for this car in the foreground. And some blue here. Like that. Something like that. There we go, bit of blending going on. Fantastic. Bit of blue for these figures, there and there. You can leave some white on the page as well. I like this effect there. It's done something, certainly done something quite interesting over on that side. You know, you can really add the shadows now, or you can wait till later. I think I'll try. Let's see. Maybe we can get some shadows running. Well, now this has sort of gone a bit funny. It looks like it's darker on this side, so we can almost we might have to change the shadow pattern to make it go over to the right hand side, just because there's some white on that bit of paper. So I'm gonna just drop in this little bit of neutral tint here, a little bit underneath the figures and moving towards the back like this. Just a couple of brush strokes like that, and this can be for the car here. You know, here's another one for the car in the foreground here as well. Sort of moving towards this side. You know, here's another figure like that, just a little dab of water like that. There we go. We can add some more in there as well. Notice how it started to show through. That pen hasn't completely disappeared. Part of it's soaked through still, which is interesting. Okay, so I'll leave this to dry off a little bit, and but I think this is done. If you like this video, check out the playlist on the right. I release new tutorials and art supply reviews each week to help you progress faster in your watercolor journey.